Swami, this raises another important question.
Yes.
Why are some people so successful and many people are not so successful? Is it a lack of ambition, lack of energy, lack of self-realization? Why does success come to...
I should say, there is no being on the planet Earth which lacks ambition. Ambition is programmed in DNA.
in a DNA?
DNA. It is responsibility which need to be cultivated.
Responsibility.
Ambition is animalistic. Responsibility is human.
Ambition is animalistic.
Animalistic. By your very existence, you are ambitious. Only then you can grow from fish to tortoise, tortoise to pig, and even that evolution. Even the evolution happens because of ambition. Ambition is in our very DNA. There is nobody which can say, I don't have ambition. People come and tell me, oh, I don't want money, Swamiji. I am not interested in it. I said, if it comes in lottery for $1 billion, no, then okay, Swamiji. Then it means what? I am not ready to work for money, not that I am not interested in money.
You have an interest.
So ambition is a nature, animalistic. It is responsibility that decides success.
And if a person is successful, what is his obligation to his fellow human beings, to the rest of the world?
What I am saying, whoever was in the frame when he was not successful, whoever was in the frame when he was moving towards successful, whoever is in the frame after his success, he is obligated to all of them.
He's obligated to all of
To
them.
all of them. It is his duty.
It is his duty.
Beyond the frame, it is his service.
And there's a duty to perform service.
Yes. No, I should say, let me be very straight. Whoever is involved in the frame when he was not successful, when he was working towards successful, when he is successful, that is dharma. He has to be responsible for all of them in the frame.
Yes.
Beyond that is a punya.
It is punya.
If he goes beyond the frame and does good, who is not involved in his success, that is punya, that is service.
Is punya required?
I should say,
Why should he have punya?
Hindu tradition expects punya also to be a part of the success.
Punya to be a part of the success.
Part of the success. You see, as the Shastra Pramana, if I refer to Hindu tradition, Agamas insist on us serving beyond our frame. Agama insists not only people who are in your frame, but it says very clearly, the first responsibility and priority is people who are in the frame. People who have been part of your life, your frame, when you were not a success or when you are working for a success or after you become successful. They only become your first priority. But they recommend always, you don't stop there. Because when you start taking responsibility for all the people within your frame, you develop an infrastructure and tool for taking responsibility. Let it not be unused after you complete everyone who are in your frame. So even serving, you need to develop certain infrastructure.
Yes.
If you have developed it for all the people who are part of your success, then after that, why should that infrastructure be just keeping quiet?
Yes.
Wear and tear. Let it be put for the people who are outside the frame. That is called punya. So, from Shastras, if I go back to Hinduism, the source of Hinduism, Hinduism insists on punya.
On punya.
On punya. It insists you do that. Maybe I should say that punya keeps a lot of people not entering into immoral and wrong way of hurting the principle on which we built our wealth. For example, if we don't care about the society at all who are outside our frame and they are deprived, they may not be sitting and waiting for all the dharma analysis and all that. They will just come and throw a stone and steal what we have.
Yes.
So for that not to happen, this kind of a balance helps in a big way.